but then what? He can go for a late tornado, but all of this damage is coming down. Yeah, his hand was really, really bad. He barely gets the nado off, so we're going to go like this and just finish off the tower. And one push took the tower against a Goblin Drill player. Like, how crazy is that? Even what's up, gamers? It's Jerky here, and today we're going to be playing with one of the best decks in the meta following the balance changes. Balance changes are live as of today, so changes and balances to many of the evolutions as well as Daggered Duchess are now live, so I'm super stoked about that. I'm sure a lot of players are as well. The deck we're using is in the bottom right. It's a variation of Logbait that I think is going to be very, very strong in the meta, like I said, following all of the balance changes. So it looks like we're up here against Goblin Drill, one of the best decks in the meta still, but Logbait has some things that it can cook with. So Evo Tesla actually got a small buff. I mean, it was kind of like a rework, but overall, I would say that it's good for the deck. And then Evo Knight with a small nerf as well to its HP when it's walking, but all in all, pretty decent deck. I'm going to Princess over here. I don't want to go same lane as Goblin Drill. I'm going to establish that early against my opponent here. Goes for the drill placement in the back. That's pretty smart, honestly, by my opponent. I'm just going to log to mitigate this damage. And the great thing about Goblin Drill is now Evo Berry is a 2-card cycle instead of a 1-card cycle, so every third berry is an evolution instead of it being every other berry. So that's absolutely huge for the matchup. So way, way better to be going against Goblin Drill post balance changes. Luckily, my opponent fails the King Tower activation there. I'll give him poison value in the opposite lane because, again, I don't want to be going same lane as him. Good Goblin Drill players will switch into the same lane as you. We're going to do this. I don't want him going for some tornado shenanigans. I mean, I guess he doesn't have tornado in cycle, but even then, okay, he goes in here. That's interesting to me. And he uses his log and his Xe and his nado. So here's what I want to do is I'm going to wait and then delay the Goblin Barrel because, okay, yeah, that's exactly why. We're going to get this out of hand. And now he doesn't have a lot of barrel counters in hand. Yeah, he can go for guards. But then what? He can go for a late tornado, but all of this damage is coming down. Yeah, his hand was really, really bad. He barely gets the nado off, so we're going to go like this and just finish off the tower. And one push took the tower against a Goblin Drill player. Like, how crazy is that? He even gave me the well played, so really, really well played. Like I said, Goblin Drill is really good in the meta, but so is Logbait. We're going to go in and be aggressive here. I don't want him to be able to fully support this. I can actually defend this with just a log, and he forced out a lot of elixir on his end. So 33 seconds. There's really no way that I choke this game unless he gets like a crazy lineup or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if he just gave up. If he was playing like a beatdown deck or something, I would say that maybe there's a chance. But Goblin Drill, it's kind of one of those like whittle you down over time decks. So we're going to just Tesla high here. Help out with his Tesla as well as the Xe. Goblin Gang here. I don't even need to log it. I'll just go E-Spirit, Princess at the Bridge, Evo Knight, and Barrel. And really good game against Goblin Drill. We really did a good job keeping track of the cycle, and we punished him accordingly. So GG's to this guy. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the next match. All right, into our next matchup here against TM. Again, rocking the Logbait. I'm a Logbait fan since day one. If you don't like it, I would recommend giving it a try. I mean, it is so much fun. It's a really hard deck to play, but it is one of the few decks in the game I think that still has an incredible amount of outplay potential is what I like to call it. Okay, so poison user. Poison, I think, is the best large spell in the game. By far, like, I don't even think it's close. So many decks use poison. It just stays around for so long. It has such a big radius. Like, the trade-off of using poison versus not is, like, not there. Like, why would you not use poison? I don't know. I guess, obviously, you have to think about deck synergy, but even so. It looks like it's going to be Goblin Drill again. I don't know for sure. That's what it feels like. I'm going to log this right away and then play the Knight onto the Goblin Drill. A lot of drill players will do that. They'll mix up the drill spot because if you don't preemptively guess the spot of their drill, they're going to get a ton of damage. So interesting he doesn't take the poison there. I kind of thought that they would. Mess up the Tesla placement. He can just play Ice Spirit and even Skeletons if he wants. So kind of like last game, I don't want to be going same lane, so I'm going to do this and then Ice Spirit. I thought I saw he had Skeletons, but maybe I just gaslit myself into thinking that. We're in a Tesla early here. If he poisons, that's fine with me because he's kind of committing to going in the opposite lane. So we'll see what happens. He also doesn't have his log in cycle, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a barrel. If he's a smart Goblin Drill player, he might switch into my lane. Yeah, he did have Skeletons. I thought so. He'll probably go in here. I'm just going to log it. go like this. Goblin Gang in the back. Now that's going to be an easy defense because I don't believe you can afford poison right away. Goblin Gang's going to take care of the drill. Now we have a really nice counter push. I'm going to Princess here before he gets the Tesla down. Or the Knight down. Beautiful. And Knight just soaked up all of those daggers, so he still has to defend this greatly. Once all of that is gone, then I'm going to go for the barrel because I didn't want to give him an excess amount of log value. See, look, he was holding on to the log, and that's exactly why I didn't go for the barrel right away. I didn't want to give him too much value. So we're up a good amount of elixir. I'm going to go like this. The reason he went for that is because he was princess paranoid, as I like to call it. Okay, we're going to go E-Spirit here. I need to wait a little bit. It's unfortunate. Okay, he'll probably go Knight or Skeletons. Beautiful. Princess almost going to get on the tower. We're going to Tesla here to clean up. Come on, Princess. Come on, Princess. Ah, she tried. We've got a lot of damage into both lanes, but that's kind of not what you want when you play against Goblin Drill. Nice. So whenever they go for a Drill Poison and it's like naked like that, you can kind of just go for a Rocket back. It's the proper punish, in my opinion. Wow, he kind of bet it all on black there. I don't really agree with that at all. So I'm going to go in with the barrel here. I don't really have to worry about too much on this. Gonna go like here. Now, he had to spend so much to defend the Princess that he couldn't really support the drill. We have counter pushes in both lane. Princess is threatening, and he's in trouble now here. Yeah, he can go for that, but we are now inside of rocket range. So good game against this drill player. He played okay. He spent most of his time just spamming that crying emote. So maybe he should have just focused on winning the game. GG to this guy. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the next match. And in our next match here against Weem, he's got the Wizard banner I'm a fan of. I haven't seen as much Evo Wizard this season as I thought I would. It kind of just goes to show, like, if Supercell doesn't make an evolution that's broken, it won't be everywhere. You know, usually if the card is broken, it'll be everywhere. I feel like that statement didn't make sense, so I feel like I was just kind of yapping to yap, to be all honest. But what I was trying to say is Evo Wizard is not that meta, which means it can't be that broken, because otherwise I'd be seeing it everywhere. Okay, we're going to go like this. See if we can get our King Tower activated. Nah, unfortunately we can't, but that's still an easy defense nonetheless. Pekka Firecracker is not always a combination that I see, so interesting. Maybe because of the nerfs to Evo Bomber, people are starting to put in Firecracker instead. He said good game. I'm guessing he means he doesn't like the matchup. Typically, Pekka is a pretty decent matchup for log bait, oftentimes. I'm going to go like this. Usually Pekka doesn't run log. Okay, well, he used log, so we're going to double down here and probably take his entire tower because my man went for a void spell. What the heck was he thinking? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, so one, it was bad to use his log in the manner in which he did, but two, that void spell was just ridiculous. We're going to see if we can get our King Tower activated here. I don't know if there's enough HP on the Firecracker. Yeah, there's not. So, okay, he's not giving up, so we're going to give him the credit and not give up either. I definitely could still lose this game from this position. Pekka's really scary. If they have one really good push, especially with, like, evolutions, they could very much take the tower. Usually when they go for like a Battle Ram Pekka push, I like to just rocket it. It kind of just negates the biggest threats. I'm going to go like this to protect our Tesla as well. That's one of the cool things you can do against Void is you can block it. Similar to like a lightning block, you can just put the gang there and block the Void. So that's what we opted to do there. I'm going to go for a Knight like way in the corner here. Yeah, because I figured he was going to drop most of his cards into the right lane, so I'm just pushing into the left. We're already back to another Tesla here. Like I said, if he goes for an evil Battle Ram, we're just going to get a nice rocket off. Even this is an incredible rocket. And we're going to clutch up this game. Because nothing he can really do is going to break through that, unfortunately. Even if he goes for the Void spell. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very nice. He's sacking pretty much both of his towers just so he can make that push. Which I respect. I understand in that situation you kind of got to make something happen. So the question is, are we going to be able to get the 3 crown? Yes or no? We're going to go for a barrel rocket here. Get our King Tower activated finally. Goblin Gang surround here. And I kind of flirting with danger a little bit with that Pekka so close to our tower, but it was nothing really had to worry about. So GG's to this guy and a very good matchup for us. See you in the next one. And our next match against Senior Benda. I think is probably how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. Starting plays for Logbait. Honestly, if they have Daggered Duchess, I play it completely differently than if they have a Princess Tower. Daggered Duchess, sometimes I'll go E-Spirit Princess first, but against a Princess Tower, E-Spirit Barrel is a really good move. And he's going to eat all of that damage. I was going to say, that's kind of scary, because it means he's just going to go all in and try and take my entire tower. So we're going to try to defend this as best as we can. We're going to Tesla over here, try and pull the Giant as far as possible. Very, very nice. And I'm going to try and get King Tower activated. I don't know if I can, though. I'm going to Knight right here, and I believe that Firecracker will activate King Tower. And we'll take care of the Firecracker. Okay, so all things considered, I'm pretty happy with that interaction because we actually gave more damage than they did, considering they just ignored our entire Goblin Barrel, and we got our King Tower activated. So I'd say that's a win-win. And on top of that, we're set up to go opposite lane, which when you play Logbait, majority of the matchups you want to be going opposite lane. Knowing he doesn't have his Tornado in hand, I can go for the barrel in the safe spot, and I expect to get some damage. Yeah. So we know he has Tornado and Poison. Those were probably his only spells. There's a chance he also has arrows or something like that, but 2 spells is usually enough. Fortunately, Princess is going to live here. I'm trying to guess what he's going to play on this. Maybe a Knight? I think he wants his Night Witch to support the push. Yeah, so I was going to say he doesn't really play anything on it. And now this Knight is threatening to take his entire tower. Oh, he has Double Witch. That's interesting. Okay, we're going to do this and then get another E-Spear down to help out with the Witch. We're going to go Goblin Gang really low. And I don't know what this guy was doing. Interesting that he has Double Witch. Both Witches are really good against the Dagger Duchess. Night Witch and, I guess, Normal Witch are really good against the Dagger Duchess. But I think we defended really well. You have to be careful against the Giant players. They'll just try and, like, bully you. Like, they'll just ignore everything and go for a push. And sometimes they can get away with it, but it looks like today we didn't let that slide. So this guy gave up, so I'm going to go ahead and save you the time and save you the 3 crown. Take the dub. Catch you in the next match. But into our next match here against MBZUA. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, you're not an Ultimate Champion yet. You're not an Ultimate Champion yet. And no, I'm not. I haven't really pushed very much this season. For those of you that don't know or that you care, I pretty much only stream or play Clash when I'm making content. I used to play Clash all the time, like when I'd go to the bathroom or when I'd wake up in the morning. But now, since I stream it and I make YouTube videos, I just don't want to do it in my free time. So if I'm playing, I'm streaming or I'm recording a video. Pretty much, you can count on that. So yeah, moral of the story: I haven't played that many games this season. So we'll probably be an Ultimate Champion by the end of the day, possibly the end of the video. So this guy, I believe, is probably running the Giant Beatdown deck that everyone and their mothers was running last season. It looks like he has arrows as one spell, and he has the Evo Wizard. Okay, Evo Wizard, extremely underrepresented in this meta. It's nice to see some Evo Wizard action. Okay, he goes for the Night Witch. I was going to say, I'm not going to try and protect my princess. It probably could have cost me the game. Tesla like this. And the Night Witch is so tough because it, like, the bats just eat all of the princess's daggers, and that's why it's so tough. Okay, so it looks like he's running Void Arrows as the variant. That's not too bad. This should force out the arrows, and I'll have to spend something else on the princess, probably the bomber. We'll see if he does it early. Okay, if they bomb her early, you can log it and your princess will live. He goes for the Fisherman. I know this deck was so popular during the Double Evolution tournament, so not surprised to be going up against it. And you would think in a vacuum that, like, Bait would get destroyed by this, but it's like, nah, there are things you can do. There are things you can do. So I'm gonna go Evo Knight in the opposite lane, kind of just scare him. He wants to go for a big push in the left, but the Evo Knight is kind of looming. He goes for a Knight of his own. I'm just gonna log it, and then I'm gonna Princess at the bridge. Rocket onto the Night Witch. Beautiful. Now, if he makes a push, he doesn't have his Night Wish, so that's fine with me. And look at all the damage we got. So no Night Witch in hand, which is great. We're gonna go like this to keep the health of our Tesla alive. Beautiful. And another princess. Little prince is down. We're gonna go like this. Kind of have to be completely honest. Not gonna act like it was a choice. Okay. That fade away from the Evo Tesla was so nice. Did you see when the Tesla died, it released a shockwave? It kind of bailed me out a little bit, I'm not even going to lie. Okay. I don't think I should have gone for the barrel in hindsight. I was going to say, I think that was an overextension. And we could get a nice rocket here if he goes in. We're going to go ahead, go like this. And then we're going to rocket all of this. I think it's worth. Yeah, great rocket. Kills the push, essentially. And I don't know if he has a pump. He hasn't played it yet, so I think that's a fine move. Unfortunately, he switched into my lane, so that is not great for me. We're going to go like this. DPS this down as quickly as possible before he can get his wizard down. Nice. Okay, wizard does come down. But Princess doing a really good job, like, splashing onto everything. Yeah, Night Witch goes down early. That's huge. He could void this, so we're going to go Knight quickly. Goblin Gang here. Wow, I was really hoping my Knight would win that interaction, and it looks like they don't, which is kind of crazy to me. That Evo Wizard beats Knight. I'm like, damn. Okay, we're going to go Knight here. And right now, we're in a compromised position from where we started. As the game goes on, Logbait tends to struggle, so you don't want the game to go on if you're running Logbait. You want to win in single elixir, single and double elixir. But that's okay. Go like this to block the Evil Wizard, or the Wizard, and then Goblin Gang to take care of this Fisherman. And like I said, I'm going to switch like this and make him spend in this lane. That's what I want to do more than anything, is just have him be spending. We're going to go like this so you can see we protect the Princess and take care of the little Prince. E-Spirit to push the Giant over, please. No? Okay, it's not going to happen, I guess. My fault for the bad cannon placement. The problem with this push is the shield on the Evo Wizard, so I need to go like this, because the shield is going to blow everything away. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, good Wizard. We're kind of just parking the bus here. Okay. We're going to go like this. That got a little cheeky near the end there, honestly, but did we play perfect? No. Did we play good enough to win? Yes, and that's what matters. So good game to that guy in a tricky matchup. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the next one. Whew. Right into our next match here against Dylan Shot. Has some top 1,000 tournament finishes and top 1,000 season finishes. So clearly a very good player. Right off the bat, seeing Cannoneer is already really good for me. Lava Hound is horrible for me, though, so it goes both ways. Yeah. He goes for that. I'm going to go for Goblin Gang. I just need to force out Elixir. I don't want him to be able to really support the Lava Hound. And he got some really cheap defenses there, so I do expect him to be able to support this Lava. So I'm going to Tesla early in the position that it will pull a balloon. And then we're going to go like Knight to protect it. And then Princess way over here. E-Spirit here to chain onto everything. And all in all, decent defense considering the circumstances, I would say. And truly just decent. Not great, but decent. We're going to go in at the barrel here. And I feel like he's just going to rinse and repeat. Oh no, he goes for barbs. Interesting, okay. I thought maybe he'd defend with arrows or something like he did previously, but he opts not to. We'll probably arrows this. I'm going to log. And instead of playing my Goblin Gang, I'm going to opt to play my Knight. Okay, interesting. We're going to do this. Okay. What does he play here? He goes for the Zap. Luckily, the other tower is going to help out here. But not luckily, we don't have our Tesla in cycle. But we're helping cycle to our Evo 1, so the next Tesla that we play is going to be evolved. And again, this is a top 1,000 Lava Hound player that we're going up against, so I'm sure he very much knows what he's doing. He has his Evo Barbs that are going to be in cycle next. That could be scary. There's a chance we're going to have to rocket that. So let's go Princess in the back here. If he goes for a Lava, we're going to immediately barrel. Let's predict his Lava. I feel like he's going to do it. No, he plays that. Usually when I play Princess in the back, they immediately just Lava Hound into it. Like, I see that play almost all the time. I kind of want to keep him in a position where he can't go for his Lava, so I'm going to go for this Knight. Hopefully bait out the Evo Barbarians. And if he's smart, he'll just let it go. Okay, now he goes for a Knight. I want those Evo Barbarians out of hand. Now he's going to go like this and then Lava Hound in front of it, most likely. Oh, he messed that up, though, fortunately. Fortunately for us, I should say. We're going to Tesla low here. Beautiful. Okay. Knight walking is going to tank for all of this. I think he's going to Evo Barbs. Probably. That's like the best thing that he has for this. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, he'll do it late. Yeah, I was like, he has to play Evo Barbs on that. It's going to do too much damage otherwise. We have one Princess down. And she's going to be protected, so I'm probably going to go for the other one as well. Oh, I thought she was going to live. That's my fault. We're going to go like this. He doesn't have arrows in hand, so he has to spend a lot of elixir just to defend that, so that's really good for us. The skeleton dragons, I think, are going to go in front too, which, again, would be really, really good for us. And Tesla like this, and Princess as well. I think I messed up that Tesla placement. I wanted both towers to target it. Nope, we're good. He goes for the lava right away. We're going to do this. Need to see what he does. Okay. I want to keep my princess alive, and unfortunately we fail that, so that puts us in a very compromised position on defense here. E-Spirit here to help clean this up. E-Spirit's so helpful against Lava Hound, for those of you asking. Like, that's why I run E-Spirit in this deck, because it's so good against Lava, it's so good against Graveyard. He just zaps. That's so annoying that he can just zap, and it stops my entire Goblin gang, but that's the way the matchup goes. I'm going to do this because he'll have to spend something hefty. He just goes for Knight. Well played, well played. Now we're kind of at the risk of, if he plays perfect defense, we just lose. So we got to be careful here. We do this. I don't think he'll be ready for it. Yeah, he's not. Princess gets on the tower. I got to block here because... Oh, Princess was on the tower. Oops. He's playing so well. I mean, I got to give credit where credit's due. I do think it's his matchup, but even then, he's playing it to perfection. I'm gonna do this first. No! Oh, that Tesla misplacement's gonna kill us. Good game. Right into our next match here against Stefan. And we'll see what they're running. I think Lava Hound and Giant Beatdown and Drill are still really popular in the meta, but sometimes after balance changes, it can take a while for people to figure out like what decks are good or what people want to use in the new meta. I'm going to Princess on his Princess. It'll force out an additional response, because if he doesn't, it's going to kill his Princess. And it still does, so that's really, really good for us. That's quite good for us, actually. Knight's going to do a really good job here. So it looks like he's running some variation of a bait deck. I don't 100% know. Okay. Yeah, we gotta watch out for the Princess at the bridge. He'll probably be antsy to get back some of the damage because we got a lot of damage to start. So, good reaction time there. Only one Princess shot is not bad. He'll probably go for a late Knight here onto my Knight. Oh, wow. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Yeah, okay. No, there's the late Knight. He kind of has to do that, I feel like. Run a Princess down low here. I think there's a chance that this guy's running Poison. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the spell of choice, but don't know for sure. I think he missed... Oh, I thought he missed that. I got really excited. I was like, oh, he missed the Void. So a Void bait deck is interesting. It's definitely creative. I'm going to go for a gang of our own. Daggered Duchess already does a really good job against the gang, but I just do that anyway. He uses log. When you have Daggered Duchess, you can be pretty liberal with how you use the log because she's such a good counter to it. You'll notice he played the barrel in the back. It was pretty easy to spot, so wasn't too worried about it. I'm curious now what he has in hand for this, to be honest. I'm going to do split lane. I'm going to let that go, because Dagger Duchess will clean up almost all of that. Yeah, decent. Gang at the bridge here. Just to force out something. Yeah, he uses the log. We're going to go barrel here. Watch out for the Princess. Void's interesting. Knight in case he goes for the Princess. Okay, he plays it in the back. I think that's fine as well. I'm okay logging this because I can go for a Princess and then I can defend his barrel with my gang. I think that's a great play. Oh, bad Tesla. I didn't realize that was going to splash on my Princess. That's the only reason that I supported it with the Tesla. Okay. We're going to Knight here. His Rascals. Okay. Saving my log for the barrel that's way in the back. That's crazy to me. Okay, beautiful. I feel like he's just trying to like slowly get like a lead here. Yeah, my cycle was really awkward there. We're still in the lead though, so all is not lost. We're going to do this, and then we're going to go log because he has to play Goblin Gang on it. Yeah, great pre-log. That was all he had in cycle, so I mean, it kind of was obvious he was going to go for that. And now we found ourselves at a deficit, so that kind of sucks, to be honest. Okay. Okay, uses his log. Princesses are going to cancel out. Good news is we have Rocket, so in this situation, we have sort of the advantage going into double and triple. Nice. Good Evo Tesla there. It's going to help us out a ton. Wow. That shockwave from that Evo Tesla was so helpful. Nice. We predicted the barrel there. That was kind of obvious he was going to do that because the Rascals were tanking. I might go for a Rocket here because we're approaching triple Elixir. We'll see. We'll see what we want to do here. I'm going to go for this instead. Go like this here and get ready for the barrel. Okay, triple Elixir. We need to start cycling Rockets now. Okay, especially because he just played that on my Princess. I'm for sure going to cycle a Rocket. I think it's a fine play. Tesla's preventing him from going in, which is great. I'm going to log this. E-Spirit over here. Princess over here. E-Spirit is to reset that charge. Okay, we're going to get ready here. He's going to go in with something, I'm sure. Felt like that. Kind of felt like a desperation push by him because it didn't truthfully yield that much. Okay, he got some damage on that side, actually. Should count him out. Okay. There's always so much happening in triple Elixir. It's kind of hard to commentate sometimes. Just got to keep it within like a Rocket log distance, and that is going to be Rocket log distance. So as long as we log his barrel, we should be okay here. No Princess on the tower. Just got to log the barrel. And that's going to be a good game. Good game to that guy. Oh! I missed the barrel, but that's okay. I'm going to block the Void as well. Good game to that guy. Super creative log bait deck. Did we play perfect? Absolutely not, but played good enough to get the dub. So GG's to that guy. Super creative to deck. But we'll go ahead and catch you in the next one. All right, into our next game against Dead Snake here. I'm going to go ahead and drop my Princess in the back.
Let's go.
Just kind of feel out what is he using. You know what I mean? Okay, he goes Battle Ram. Goblin Gang, really good option. If he spells, we can go for the log. He opts to just let it go. I feel like that's the right decision. Ooh, uses his arrows, so hear me out. I bet you he has Arrows Zap or Arrows Bomber, so this is a really good pressure because he just used his spells. Yeah, it was Arrows Bomber, but look at that damage. So, pretty good start. Couldn't have really asked for a better start, to be honest. We're going to go for a Knight in the back just to cycle to our Evo and because we're in a good spot positionally. Okay, so Pekka comes down, no surprise. Whenever you see Battle Ram, there's a good chance that they're running Pekka, those two cards. They just synergize really well together, so... Depending on what he plays, we can go for arrows, or we can just chill. Mother Witch makes this kind of dangerous. You don't want to give the Mother Witch value, or you could just instantly lose. Not to be dramatic, but you really could. Fortunately, the Mother Witch goes in front, and he used a Fireball, so he doesn't really have anything else to support this. He could go for arrows, but it'd kind of be bad because he wouldn't break through. So, like I said, easy defense, all things considered. He goes for the Battle Ram right away. We're going to go like with the Knight early just to take care of that. Good damage. Good damage from the barrel. I think we got like 1 or 2 shots. We need to keep track now. The next berry that he plays will be an Evo one. Alright, we're going to go for a Princess in the back. Princess opposite lane of the Pekka is ideal. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to Tesla like this. I didn't want him to give him spell value on both my Princess and the Tesla. And if he goes for an Evo Battle Ram, we can rock it. But like I said, we really just need to play around the Mother Witch. That is the card that is like the trump card in this matchup. That make or break or... Oh! I was trying to hit the Queen, but that's also fine, to be completely honest. Oh, we did hit the Queen in the Battle Ram, and we're going to get our King Tower activated, most likely here. No, I was wrong. Oops. Okay, he's going to Mother Witch here. So, we'll see what happens afterwards. At least they're low on daggers. Nice, okay. We do get a little bit of damage, but we're going to take some damage here. Yeah, that was not a great sequence of events for your boy. Let's just be honest. I'm going to do this because he doesn't have Mother Witch in cycle, so even if he Pekkas, yeah, Bomber was the right choice there instead of going for the Pekka. But Bomber's still going to go down, so we're going to go like this. The Walking Evo Knight sponges up all the damage from the Queen, from the tower, from everything. Nice, so Queen down. We kind of put ourselves in a hole there, but we're going to be okay. I promise you, I promise you. Knight to take care of this. Opts to just go for Fireball. Kind of makes sense. It's hard for him to get damage onto the tower, so I respect it. Oh, but you know what? He should have saved Fireball for defense. Yeah. If he saved Fireball for defense, he could have defended that. So GG's to that Pekka player. But we didn't panic. That was what was important. So we'll take the dub. Catch you in the next one. And that's going to do it for today's video. Here's the deck one more time in case you want to take a screenshot. Definitely give it a try. I'm telling you, there is so much outplay potential to this deck. It's a control deck. You are supposed to control the tempo. It's a lot of fun, and it'll make you really, really good at the game. So let me know what you think of the deck in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video real soon.